Hi everyone. Today we'll be talking about transitioning. And transitioning, as it literally means, is a change, either a change of situation, like moving from one point to another. So most times transitions are applied transition effects are applied when you are moving from one clip to another, one scenario to another. A transition effect is applied. So there are different transitioning effects in CapCut, and I'm working on this video currently that is a vlog, but transition can be used amongst different scenarios, e.g., maybe you're doing a picture show of your product or a picture of your month. You know how they usually do October dump, November dump. Between each picture, you can decide to put a transition. Between each video, you can put a transition. In a mix of videos and pictures, you can put a transition. So let me show you the points where transitions are applied. So in between a video and a picture, you always have this white box. So when you click on the white box, then you'll be able to see the transition effects. They're going to load. So all these camera basic slide effects are the categories of transition available in CapCut. So under camera, you have all of this. Under camera, you have all of this. And then basic starts from here. If you notice the white moved, then you can move again, and it's going to, once it gets to slide, it's also going to show you the different categories, or you can just skip to an exact one that you want. So once you click on it, that category is going to come out, or that category is going to pop out. So yes, let's try applying transitions on this video. So for this video, you can see that there was a transition between day and night. So I would love like a mild transition. But there's one thing you have to note with transitions. There are some transitions that actually, how do I put it? There's some transitions that take time or that cut a part of your video. So let me show you. When I click on transition, if I click on, let's say, pull out as a transition I want, there's this slider under this place that has to do with the time the transition takes. The more time the transition takes, the more time is going to be cut from your video.
Was the best plan. That, my friends, was the best plan. We are going to
so that means it's going to take 4.5 seconds for this transition to
was the best
be
plan.
effected on your video.
We are going to the location.
4.5 seconds. So there are also some, this one isn't so evident. Let me look for one that is going to be very evident, and then you'll be able to notice what I mean. So I'm assuming this flip might work. So here on this flip,
and that's going to the location.
Good. So you can see that there's a slider, there's a diagonal line on this video now, meaning that this timing, which is 3.6 seconds,
we are going to the location we
spoke about of our video is going to be cut
for the election.
3.6 seconds of our video is going to be cut so that this transition can happen. So this is, I usually don't use these types. I don't use this duration of transition when I'm doing a talking shot, because a part of your sentence on the first clip and a part of your sentence on the second clip is going to be cut. How you can manage this if you must use this type of transition is by reducing the time that it's going to take. So if I reduce it to 0.1 second, if you notice that slider has reduced, so the time has reduced.
We are going,
and the effect is going to happen really fast. But that's not the kind of transition I'm looking out for. Another thing that you should look out for is how often you impute transitions. So most times between pictures, the transitions is either most times when I'm doing a show reel of pictures, depending on the song I'm using or depending on what I'm trying to effect, I make sure the transitions are not too much and not two different types. What I try to do is that I try to use a particular segment. So if I'm doing a show reel of pictures, I might pick the transitions I use from only camera, meaning that the effects that I'm going to be using are either going to be pull in, pull out, something very simple, because there's beauty in simplicity. Try not to make your work too busy with different effects, like, or your picture is flying from there, flying from here, flying from there. When something is too busy, it gives off the vibe of amateur. Sometimes there are some videos that I do and I use just two effects in between clips, just to effect. And if another thing you should notice, if it's a show reel of pictures or you're using short videos, nowadays the when you're doing TikTok videos, the videos are usually really short in between each other's in between each other. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to ensure that you don't have too many effects between each other. And this is what I mean. So for example, this is a transition point. The next transition point is here. If this clip, just imagine this clip was not this far. This clip was somewhere here where my timer is. It means that a transition just showed and there's another point for transition. Most times I skip that point. I would maybe try to do another video that'll be able to show you this more effectively. But for now, whilst we are editing this vlog, I do not want this effect because it is too sharp. So I'm going to change the effect to something as mild as dissolve or blur. So I'll just increase the time. Okay, no, that's not what I want. Let's try this. Exactly. That feels better than something sharp. That's it. So, or I can use, I try not to blink. So you blinked, it was morning and it was night, something like that. I try to put thought into whatever I'm doing. So yes, for me, I'll go for blink on this one. So
friends was the best plan. We are going to the location we spoke about.
So hey, another thing I can do is increase the video so that my words are not cut too much. So yes,
best plan. We are going to the location.
Good. So you notice that I increased the duration of the video so that my sentences are not cut and then nobody can hear what I said. So let's apply transition to another point. I already started using basic, so I'll stick to using basic. I'll just look for something mild in basic.
Hello everybody.
Nope, this is not mild. Okay, let's try blur. Good. I think I like blur. So we have another one.
Hello everybody.
Good. That was a good mix for me. So another thing that you should know is there's also animations when it comes to transitions. So let me show you how to use animations when it comes to transition. So for this is a good scenario for what I was talking about before, when the transition points are very close. So if you notice, there's transition point here, transition point here, transition point here. If you put effects in these three places, the video will feel busy and people will miss out on something. So what I'll usually do is I might put out of the three, I might put in just two places or one to just make sure, except for if I'm trying to follow a certain pattern, to just make sure that the work, people can see what I'm doing. Yeah, thank you. Then I was about to show you about in animation and out animation. So let me apply it on this. So in animation, remember how when we're talking about text, we said that there's in animation for text, out animation, and loop or combo. So for here, we have something like that for videos and pictures also. So all you have to do is tap on the video and you're going to see animation. So in animation is how do you want this video or picture to come into screen. So for example, if I click on fading, that means I want this picture to fade in. And like you already know, there's a timer under, increases the duration of the fading. You can see that's fading in gradually now. So I'll reduce that back to 1 second. Another one you can try is shake. So once you click on it, this is how it is actually going to enter the video. This is how it enters the video. And then there's out animation. So out animation is how do you want it to leave the video. Same thing, you click on what you want. So you can scroll as far as you want and pick whatever you want from there. That's out animation. Let's leave that. So now let's click on combo. What I'm telling you now is applicable for picture reel, video reel, whatever. So for combo, this is how it's going to stay on screen. So you can click on
first queue where we
meaning that
got,
the video is going to keep
the green
going
tick.
back
We got accredited
and forth.
That was a confirmation
back
that
and forth.
we were indeed
See,
at the right
it's going now again. So that is what I mean by in animation. So by the time, if you notice, this clip now has in, it has out, and it has combo. Most times I use just one. The only reason I'm putting the three of them on this is so I can show you how you can select it. So once I click on
we
it,
found our names and proceeded to the first queue where we
it's going to that pendulum again. So my rule when I'm applying animations is this: if I'm using combo, I don't bother using in or out. I pick just one. So out of the three, is either I'm using in and out or only combo. That is the rule when it comes to using or transitions. If not, your video is going to be too busy. Let me show you here again. Because combo deals with how it comes in and how it goes out, and I've put an in animation, you can see that the clip is still coming in again when it has come in before.
Proceeded to the first queue where
and it's coming in again. So combo is an addition of in and out. So why now put in and out with combo again? I hope you get what I mean. So now I will just show you how to remove it in case you made a mistake and you added it. So you go back to this none and you click on none. Then for out, I go back to none, click on none. I go back to none on combo, click on none. So that's it for transitions, and see you in the next class.